Hey guys, it's Maxwell Painwell. What's wrong with that calendar? Huh, this is ripped up, I guess. Oh well. It's Maxwell Painwell, guys. Welcome back to my Yakuza Kiwami 3 Let's Play. I hate the barefoot sound. It is okay, I'm just torturing myself more. It's for immersion. Um, you might be wondering what the hell's going on. Why are they still talking Japanese? I was about to say, I have the Chinese dub on. Whatever. You might be wondering what's going on. Hang on, watch this. Bop! That's for syncing. Now my audio is synced. Ooh! Now you might be wondering, why are you still playing this game? Something wrong with you? Yes, something is wrong with me, but that's besides the point. So, like I said before, I still have a few other ideas for things that I want to do while the game is fresh on my mind. I've got a couple videos ideas for the future. I've got one pretty short one that's just kind of complaining about Nishiki things. But one video idea required that I play the game for a little bit more time, unfortunately. And being that this game is naturally on my computer, I've got my the graphics are down quite low. So sorry if that bothers you. Now Kiwami 3 doesn't look very good. That's my fault that the game doesn't look so good. It's not the game's fault. But it's very interesting to me that this game has like 5 groups of street enemies that you're ever going to fight. Like there's the 4 or 5 drunk dudes. There's like 5 fat dudes with a bunch of grabby movesets. And then there's like 3 or 4 other types of groups you could fight. One of them has like a gun in it, I think. The one group is like 2 dudes with knives. It's interesting how that works. Anyway. One video idea required me to come back and do a little bit of stuff for Morning Glory. Because I mentioned this some in the video where it was just me on Virtua Fighter ranting about Kiryu character assassination. I think it needs to be discussed so much more in depth than it has been discussed. That this game turns Kiryu into a terrible person. Like a really, 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 really bad person. Bad dad, bad person. Oh yeah, my audio is fixed, by the way. People commented, someone said like, hey, could you try turning on Windows Sonic for headphones? And then I did, and it works. So thank you for helping me fix my audio. Now the audio works, and I get to hear these wonderful performances. Maybe I'll make like a short talking about Daigo in the dub. There's a line read in the dub. Yeah, I was really optimistic when it was announced that it wasn't that fucking fake Roger Craig Smith that they had for Gaiden and Infinite Wealth. That you have any idea what it's like? No, they actually got Roger back for this game. And it's so bad. I think that he literally had one chance to look at and read his lines. Because there's a line read in, like, Chapter 3, I think. And I don't remember what the exact line read is, but the way that he reads it implies something else. And you could kind of hear him pause a little bit when he's reading it, because he's realized, oh shit, I read this with, like, the wrong inflection, because I didn't get to the end of the line yet. And he has to, like, kind of dial back and change the context of his own cadence for a little bit.
So, that's why they kidnapped my daughter? They were gonna use her to get my land deed?
I could venture a guess. Tamashiro knew how much you cared for her, so he held her ransom with your deed as the intended price for her safe release. So he held her ransom with your deed as the intended price for her safe release.
And I have to believe that that's because when he's reading the script, that's the first time he's seeing it. That's the only way of explaining how you could flub a line that hard when you are as good of a voice actor as Roger Craig Smith is. Or at least one as tenured as he is. So yeah, the dub is so bad. And it sucks because I like the new Nakahara. He sounds okay. I kind of like the new Rikia. He sounds stupid and he sounds silly, but I'm fine with him. Hasabe is played by a white guy. And I don't really have any thoughts on that. I just think it's interesting that one of the most blatantly black characters in the series is now played by a white guy. It's funny how that works. Didn't they give the job to Yong in the first place because they're like, oh, well, we don't want a white guy playing Kiryu. We want an Asian guy playing Kiryu. Even though Yong is Chinese. Just some thoughts. Just some thoughts I have in my head. Oh, yeah, by the way, if you start hearing me eating chips and dip, it's because I'm eating chips and dip. It's like a pickle dip. It's got like Greek yogurt and pickles in it, and it's so good. And you can't have any of it. It's all mine. Uh-oh. We've immediately gone into the Haruka busy bustling cutscene. Do. Now, this doesn't look like it's going to have those invisible subtitles. If it does, I'm just going to have to... Okay, good. Yeah, it's one of those weird new cutscenes, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Here's an initial question I have. So in the original game, Ayako was the overworked one. And she was, like everyone was constantly asking shit of her. They were asking her for favors, asking her for help with things, taking advantage of her generosity and stuff. In this game, it seems like that's Haruka's job. But more importantly, this game puts the biggest emphasis of Haruka's being overworked. And again, it's instead of Ayako, but whatever. The game puts the biggest emphasis on this on Kiryu, which heavily implies that Kiryu doesn't do anything at the orphanage? It was my idea to open this place. You didn't open this place, Kiryu! Kiryu, you didn't open the orphanage! You're taking over for someone else! What? Hold on, no, I've got to pause this. Wait. I remember this. In Yakuza 3, at the beginning of the game, when he's talking with Kaoru, he says that, like, someone he knows that was running the orphanage recently passed away, and that's why he was going there to take over for him. It's like, all of the kids were already there when he took up ownership. Because the orphanage already existed. The previous owner had died. You didn't open the orphanage, Kiryu! Huh? But anyway, that actually kind of helps me a lot, because it gets at one of the big problems with Kiwami 3, is this entire orphanage side mode is written without the context of Yakuza 3. Because, like I said, obviously, Kiryu did not open the orphanage. He took over because the previous owner died. 2, Kiryu helps out around the orphanage. Like, the opening scene of the game is him catching a fish for dinner that he helps cook. We're going to get later into the curry bullshit. He knows how to make more than curry. In the original game, that was a joke because he helps catch and make the fish. Like, and he also helps make that other food when Izumi is sad and then comes back. Maybe that was curry, though. But, like, he knows how to do more than make curry. He knows how to do more. He fishes. He helps around the house. He does things for his kids. And this game is going to work really hard to imply that he doesn't. So let's keep going here. Because all you know how to do is beat up bad guys. The end of the game confirms this. Oh yeah, he's dressed like this, by the way. To explain the outfit and the makeup and shit. I wanted to go for the vibe of like retired / washed up / deadbeat 80s like hair metal rock star. So I'm running with the idea of like Kiryu used to be this huge dude in the 80s and now he just runs an orphanage because he's like a single father of 9. Don't make me laugh. I am very smart, Kiryu. I can add my numbers. That's the same calendar. Ayako, you are in like middle school, I think. I don't know if it's actually children in the Chinese dub voicing them. I am like 1,000,000% sure that it's kids in the English dub voicing them. They're very cute. I like their performance. This game is like the only game that makes me like kids. I hate kids usually. I don't like them. But I don't know. These are my kids. I love them. And I'm really happy that they got actual children to voice them in the English dub. It like when I was looking at like the English dub cutscenes of this game on YouTube, obviously the first one I did was look at the Izumi dub at the very beginning where she's sad and the Kiryu's like, you know, like we're a family and I may not be your dad, but I'm still your dad. And it hurt me. It got my heart. I felt feelings. I failed to try not to feel challenge. It's so cute.
You didn't eat?
We couldn't, not till Izumi was here.
Yeah, and now I'm starving. So hurry up and sit down.
Izumi-chan, come sit next to me.
Come on, hurry.
Okay.
And it's like, man, I wish the game was good, because maybe then I would be able to appreciate that. Anyway, help kids with their homework by answering questions within the time limit and getting a passing grade. So, let's rephrase this. Help kids with their homework by doing their homework for them. That's what this is. This is do your kids' homework for them. The game. And obviously it's ripping off that's not a rose. I think that's a tulip. Woohoo! I'm smart. Which of those is not a mammal? It's the shark. Wow. That's the eyepiece. Objective lens. That's what I view everything I talk about on this channel through. I keep getting fucked up on this. I don't think it's a beaker. I think it's a measuring cylinder. It's a beaker? Why did the game frame rate drop like that? Is that the punishment? The name of that object is a spirit lamp. Obviously. A store. Oh god. I would have guessed this was a beaker. This isn't a flask, I don't think, but I think it's a flask. Maybe it's a Regent bottle. Oh my god! Oh no! Wow. So again, this is do your. Oh god. This is get better anti-aliasing for your game. No, this is do your kids' homework for them, basically. It's not helping them. If it was helping them, what we could do was eliminate 2 answers from the question and then leave it up to the kids to get them. Make it like Tamagotchi. You remember Tamagotchi? There was the Tamagotchi smartness game that was like helping them get the right answer by encouraging them towards the correct one, but not just giving it to them. There are ways you can go about gamifying helping with homework, but unfortunately all they have is reused minigames, so they couldn't actually do that. I don't know how to use a sewing machine. Oh no. Why do you guys have a sewing machine? Wasn't this place like not doing well financially? Oh yeah, my fan was on for a little bit, now it's not. I'm sorry guys. This Let's Play is terrible. This Let's Play is so bad. That's crazy. But also this like weird attitude that I like the passion, but reading that in combination with the ending. There was some fucking guy on my Kiryu mischaracterization video thing. I was like, how come we're supposed to take Mine at his word over the credits? It's because they're playing really melodramatic music, and because Hamazaki is there agreeing with him emptily, and because the game is literally presenting it as though Mine has a point that he's making. I said in my Mine analysis video that RGG used to be able to write a character lying. RGG can't do that anymore. If Mine was supposed to be lying there, it would have read like Cheeto says, hey, Ichiban, maybe I'm betraying you, but maybe I'm not. But if I were betraying you, but I weren't, but I am not, were not, am not. You'd feel bad if I were not, am, but I was betraying you. Betrayer, right? That's how it would have come off. They are not doing a don't believe Mine because he's wrong thing. They're doing a, oh, we've got some new, deep, and introspective character development for Kiryu to go through. Do not give RGG credit. They are not good writers. They have not got good writers on employ, or their good writers that are on employ are being rushed so horribly that they cannot write good stuff. The same with their musicians. They've got wonderful musicians on employ at RGG. They are being rushed so heavily that their mixing sucks and their compositions are boring. And also their choices of instrument are very limited and stifling. Let's not pretend that this isn't what it is. Like, don't be stupid. Don't be willingly stupid. I know that's a tough question to ask of the Yakuza fan base, but come on. We're better than this. The Maxwell Painwell fan base is a million times better than the Like a Dragon fan base. Where's the UI? Is it? I've got the game set up in such a way that there's a little bit of the game is off screen. Is that where the UI is, or is it just not on screen? I swear it's been on screen before. Oh, I'm very frightened. Beautiful eyes, like I heard from my brother before. Woo. It's okay, guys. Woo. Okay. That's how you use the sewing machine. Where did all the UI go? What's happening? Hello? Video game? Oh no! It's like, don't be mean to me. Oh no. Something's going wrong, guys. What's going on? Oh. Hang on, I'm gonna figure this out, guys. Stop recording in 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. The UI is here now. I don't know what was wrong with it. I've got the game settings turned up to like medium, so maybe it'll lag more. Who actually cares? Who gives a shit? It's Yakuza Kiwami 3. Who actually cares? Who actually cares? Anyway, I just redid the quiz also, and they fucking, there's a question where they point the arrow at gas above a liquid, and they're like, what state of matter is the indicated water in? It's like they're pointing at the smog. You're pointing at the cloud of gas above the water. It's gas, and it's like, no, it's a liquid. It's a liquid, actually. It's like, no, that's a gas. It's a gas, actually. My fucking fan turned back on. This is a mess. This is a mess. Here's the UI. Okay. Maybe I have to keep it at this quality. The game is not good. The game is not stable. The game is not functional. Yakuza Kiwami 3. This is where I get out all that pent-up aggression that I've had to hold in because I'm pretending to be cordial in my other videos. Holy shit. Game work. Game work. Anyway, so sewing, that's a thing that we do now, I guess. It confuses me that Haruka seems so, like, unsure of stuff. Like, she's like, oh, okay. Like, is this meant to be, like, awkward humor? Is that what this is? Because she seems like... I mean, granted, I would be frightened if Kiryu looked like this. But, like, she seems not frightened. I don't know. It's weird. I think they're going for awkward humor. But it's not awkward. It's just... It's so forced. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we should eat. Anyway, time for me to make curry. Get vegetables from the garden. The garden that we have. Of course, Haruka, I will get vegetables from the garden that we have. This is something that I would be more upset about. I turned the settings back down. Ah! I would be more upset about this if this was in any way supposed to be like Yakuza 3. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is it's just not. So it's like, sure, you know, we have... this is the garden Haruka started recently. Maybe I should be reading that and getting mad at the text. Whatever. We have a cow, and we keep it in there. This is cruel and unusual punishment for this cow. It can't move. It can't live. It can't go anywhere. It lives in its own shit, I have to assume. Like, where would it go? Realistically. Yeah, don't make me do that. Where would this cow go? Where does it walk back and forth? Where's all its poop go? Does it go in here? Or here, I guess? What about these chickens? Is this where we keep them all day? Do we allow them to run around? Why do we have giant oil drums in our backyard? Like, what do we keep in this? The chicken feed, I guess? I suppose that makes sense. Maybe that's why we have giant oil drums in our backyard. The clothes drying rack, naturally. Tree. There is a backyard in Yakuza 3 Original. You can't do anything back there, but it's nice to have. It's just one of those little world details. Why do we have a cow? Do we let it... Where does this cow go? Where does this cow go? It's a good question, I think. Do any of our neighbors have cows and sheep? What even is this? It's just like a empty shit between houses. Maybe this is like the government-mandated alley. It's like 10 feet of space between each house because of like old-ass road designs or something. Who knows? Land surveying is a difficult job, but someone's got to do it. Fucking Haruka, you started this garden and then you let this happen to some of it? You're irresponsible. Let's plant seeds. I have to do things in an exact order or else Yokoyama will get mad at me. Plant more tomatoes, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, I would be more uppity about this if this weren't like the 5th thing that was wrong with the game. And anyway, they removed the side plot where Haruka's worried about us going bankrupt because of Mikio conversation. So I guess this doesn't really matter. I wonder what kind of crops we'll end up with this time. Kiryu, maybe we'll end up with the crops you planted. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but when you put a thing in the ground, that's what grows. It's not like a gacha game. Unfortunately, they were not able to put gacha mechanics into this game. At least not quite as bad as they were able to with Infinite Wealth. Wow, RGG sucks. RGG is the worst fucking company in the world. That's not true. There's worse. I have vegetables. Wow. What should you make? Oh, no. I'll be having dinner today. I make curry for us from time to time. You're going to make curry, but not just any curry. Haruka, Uncle Kazuma only knows how to make curry. Obviously, he didn't help you make a fish. He didn't do anything. All he knows how to do is make curry. That one joke from the beginning of the game isn't because he's chopping onions. It's because it's so hard. Cooking is so hard. It's not because he's chopping onions. That's not the joke. The joke is that he's a fucking idiot. That's the joke. Obviously. I know how to make curry, Haruka. Kali! I love you, Chinese Kiryu. Yeah, you remember my music video? When I said I was happy that I... What? Where's the sound? Ouch. Where's the sound? I'm so confused. Where's the sound? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is throwing me off so bad. Where's the cutting sounds? What's happening? Why does that apron make me look so fat? Why am I wearing my old shirt again? I put you in good clothes, Kiryu. Oh. Oh my god, why were you on my right side there? Who was that? What's happening? Why are you guys all to my right? What's going on? Oh, it's Pirate Yakuza. I know how to skim. Wow. It's raining outside. My fan's back on. I don't know when that happened. It's very scary. I think God is punishing me for continuing to play Kiwami 3. Please don't disappear, UI. Please appear, UI. I don't want to have to play all this again. Thank you. What is happening? The game is cursed. The game is cursed. The devil has a hold of me. There are probably so many video artifacts and like silent. This is gonna be like Antrim. This is gonna be like Antrim. At the end of this video, I'm just gonna cut to a frame of the devil staring at you, and I didn't do that. That was the devil that did that. Oh god. Oh man. Oh god. Why did it hard cut to black? What is happening? We are not safe. We are in danger. Okay. Thank you, Uncle Kaz. What do you think of my curry? Could you taste my love? Wow. You thought all I knew how to make was curry? He knows how to make more than curry! The game literally says that he knows how to make more than curry! Oh my god. Whatever. This auto moves so slowly, but I don't want to have to tap through myself or I'll be tempted to skip! Okay, yeah, here's the thing, too. So, I understand that to make a minigame collection, this is just kind of how you have to do it. But, like, this system works in Pirate Yakuza because those are pets. Obviously, with pets, you can't dumb down love between a pet and its family guy to an act of service. It's more than that, obviously. It can tell how you feel about it. It can tell when you're upset. It can tell when you're angry. And it can tell if you're happy. And it can tell if you love it. These are children? These are human beings. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Satan. Or God, actually. I'm more sorry to God than I am to Satan. I don't want to make it... Oh god. Oh boy. These are children. These are your family. Maybe I am hurt more by this than I should be, but it feels like a special kind of horrible in my heart to gamify the process of making kids love you as a parent. Because on the one hand, Yakuza has never been good at this. Haruka's requests in every game, it is so stupid because it presupposes that she, like, stops loving Kiryu between games. It's like how Metroid always loses her shit between, like, Metroid games and then she has to, like, re-get it and stuff. But, like, that's not good. Haruka shouldn't stop loving Kiryu or trusting him or whatever between games just because he's not constantly doing things for her. That's dumb. But this is the game where Kiryu has kids and he loves them very much. We should have come up with a better way to gamify the act of being a father than just acts of service for your kids. This is not how you make kids love you. This is called love bombing, and it's abuse. We shouldn't be doing this. We should not be promoting this. We should not be saying Kiryu is doing this because this is how good of a father he is. You remember in Pirate Yakuza how the game is like really assured of the idea that Jason is a good dad because he cares so much about Noah, even though his version of caring for Noah is taking him away from hospitals and medicine and trying to hit him and regularly beating him, which I am still of the very firm opinion that he does. This is like this is made by the same team. Like, this is RGG. This is what a parent does. Good parents give a bunch of presents to their kids all of the time, and bad parents are just like evil villains that should be beat up. That's what parenting is. Thank you, Yakuza Kiwami 3, for educating me. Anyway, we're about to get to like the worst part of all this, though. I think we are, anyway. I can't keep making curry for every meal. I better learn how to make more than curry. If only I knew how to make more than curry. The kids would appreciate... Haruka, you're a child, by the way. It's very strange to me that Haruka talks as though she and Kiryu are, like, equals, I guess? It's like, you're still Kiryu's kid. You're still his daughter, you know? You're not, like, obviously you two are closer than he is with the other kids, but, like, food is the foundation of family, and eating good meals is a great way for a family to grow closer. Oh, that's what a family is. I didn't know that, because I'm stupid, Kiryu. I don't know. This game, if, in fact, Kiwami 4, or Daidoji 4, or Like a Dragon 4, or whatever the fuck it turns out to be, they're going to make more of this. The next game that they make that is following up the ending of this game, if they continue on with this, like, really weird fucked upness of everything, that's going to feel odd. Because the morals espoused by this game, especially, it just feels so, like, corrosive. It feels gross. This is a disgusting game. This is, like, really nasty. I don't know. Like, I don't think it was their intention to make this kind of weirdness. This is what happens when you scream at me. Don't scream at me, Kiryu. This is what happens when you want to make a heartwarming story and you have no time to actually try. So it comes out feeling like one of those like text-to-speech animatics of like my husband that I married recently had a daughter from a previous marriage. She was scared of me at first, but then what happened as we grew closer will shock you. It feels like one of those. This game feels like a storytime animatic from like 2017, 2018. That's what this game feels like. It's frightening. Practice my cooking, Haruka, so I can cook. Making lunch boxes. Yeah, you remember when Kiryu helped Riona make a lunchbox for herself in Yakuza 3? And she said, wow, I thought all you knew how to make was curry. And he said, you thought I only knew how to make curry? That'd be crazy if that was in Yakuza 3. We could grow vegetables ourselves in the yard, but how about getting meat? We should slaughter that cow. Put it out of its misery. You're torturing it. Anyway. I don't know that I care very much about this part, but I guess I'll hear this out. We can't put him on screen, though. That would be bad. I'm sure he's about to pop up. Yeah. That was just really strange. Best tasting meat. There you go. I gave them to you. Here's the payment I'm giving you. Well, that's $100. That's like reasonable, I think.
真的非常感谢你。
Morning Glory goes to finest vegetables in town. This music is definitely from a previous game. I don't remember what it's from, though. I think 7, Infinite Wealth, maybe? A strong community is when everyone knows each other. Haruka manages all the business dealings. She talks to all the adults. Kiryu doesn't help with any of that. Kiryu didn't even know that's what she did. Kiryu doesn't care about his kids. He has to learn to do that. Oh yeah, something for my trouble. I'll give you a little reward to show my gratitude. Who knows when you'll need some pocket money. Yeah, I don't either. I've never actually read this part. Think of it as motivation. It's a good thing. That's not... I don't...
叔叔好厉害。
You just gave me $150. Where are you getting this money, first off? But two, like... Oh, shit. Scoot. The idea that Haruka would pay Kiryu to do chores around the house. This, I don't know, this reads like Kiryu's like a deadbeat alcoholic fuckwad. Which, like, again, I've got him dressed like this. I did that for a reason. I came up, this is my second outfit for Kiryu that I used on my replay after I lost all my saves. But this just makes me sad, frankly. Like, I see this and I think RGG could not come up with a better way to motivate the player, and there was no time to actually think of a whole system for this. So you just get money, basically. And they needed to come up with a way for you to get money. So they were like, well, how about Haruka gives you the money? Sure. It's like... I can tell that every individual decision in this game mode was made out of a rush, a need to just have a reason for things to exist in the player's space. I can tell that that's why this exists. But when it all comes together into one package, it reads so terribly. And again, I know that this is not what they meant to do. But the idea of this is so horrible that to think that it was done with any amount of purposeful decision making, it saddens me. Yakuza 3 went from the game where Kiryu settles down and becomes a great father to the game where Kiryu is such an incompetent wretch that he has to learn how to be a decent person and a decent parent. And he has to be motivated with money in order to do any of that. And, you know, they write it, oh, I can't accept this from you. That took no convincing. That took no convincing. And by the way, this isn't money that goes to Morning Glory. This is like This is my money. There's more where that came from. Yeah, can spend freely around town. This is not Morning Glory funds that you get as, like, milestone rewards. This is your money. This is money for you to spend on, like, booze and, like, presumably hostess clubs, if there were hostess clubs in this game. But, Anyway, back to it. What else? Oh, there's more?
暂时应该不需要了。对不起啊，
Oh,
叔叔明明那么忙。
I think I know this song.
我才该说对不起，撂下这么重的担子给你。
Oh, this is that song! This is that Twilight Farewell or whatever it is.
这些家务可要比我
I knew
想象
that
的
this
辛苦多了。
this was a song, because I had it in my video.
今后我一定会更加
Things are going to
注重
change around here. I'm making it a mission to do more to help you. I've been running this orphanage for 2 years, and I have never once helped you.
麻烦到时候还希望你多教教我。
I've been running this orphanage for 2 years, and I have never done anything to help around here until now.
有事尽管问我就好。而且，
Like,
看到叔叔
this
的
is
时候
like
会帮
how
忙做各种事情
with
爸
the
爸一定也会很高兴的。大家平时
Oh yeah,
常
wait a
说
second. We're about to get to the
想
weird
多和
part.
叔叔一起玩，想和叔叔一起做些什么。
这样啊，我也想和孩子们多多培养感情。
I want to get to know the
我
kids
得
I've
多
known
做
for
项
2
目，多
years.
和大伙儿沟通，争取扮演好爸爸这个角色
I will be
呀
the father you children
我
deserve.
现在这种程度，顶多算是个新手爸爸。今后还得更加努力，成为可靠的好父亲才行。
那你要加油啊，爸爸。
被你这样叫，还怪难为情的呢。
That
不过
feels
我会争
so...
取
Oh my god.
让大伙儿从心底里将我当成爸爸的。从今天起，我就要踏上成为最强爸爸之路了。
Like... I have to believe that it was a purposeful decision that Haruka never calls Kiryu dad for most of the series. And I've always thought in my head, because naturally the way that she refers to him in Yakuza 1 is Mr. And I've always found that particularly endearing. I've always thought that it was very cute that presumably for the entire rest of the series, up to like even 6 conceivably, she was calling him Mr. instead of dad. Because it came to be just like how they knew each other, you know? I thought that there was a great amount of character writing in that even though the word itself never changed, you know, their feelings about each other changed, but they never felt the need to change the way they referred to each other because they already knew inside that it meant more than that. And now in this game, it's like, well, how come Haruka doesn't call him dad if he's her dad? I don't know. Maybe it's because there's more nuance to it than that, dingbat. Maybe the series' writing used to have intention and it used to mean something. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Man, I'm sad. Anyway. Bonds with kids. I already talked about gamifying parenting earlier.
其实还有很多其他的事可以做，比如说
You can do all kinds of things around here.
抓虫啊，
Wow.
叔叔可以在力所能及的
Don't
范
feel
围
like
里
you
去
have
上
to, though. Don't feel like you have to be a good father. You could just abandon us right now and never do any more minigames for the
提升自己
rest.
作为父亲的等级。
Oh, yeah, you have to.
还有就是
I forgot about that. You have to
会做神农
rank
杂
up to,
草
like, rank 2
我会
or
朝着这
3,
个
I
目标
think.
努力的。你就好
I
好
think you need to
看
be ranked 3 before you're allowed to leave for Kamurocho. And then after that, you never have to do anything else. But remember, after, I'm pretty sure, after the end of, or maybe it was at the end of last chapter, but no. I'm pretty sure at the end of, what the fuck? At the end of this chapter is when, oh my god, is the time skip from 07 to 09. I think that's at the end of this chapter. So you got to remember that, by the way. Oh, and you have to do this in order to get the net. There's Mame. Mame's already here. What's up, Rex? Rex is his name in the PS3 game. Hello. Did you know that the dog from Yakuza 2... There was a dog in Yakuza 2? Yes. Did you know that the dog in Yakuza 2 was called Dog Spot in the original? Because some of the homeless folks just called him Dog, and half of them just called him Spot. And so at some point, the dude who I forget his name is the one that you get him from. He's like one of Kage's helper dudes. At some point, he just took to calling him Dog Spot. Did you know that the series used to be really good at like cute little moments like that? Like even in the dub, I mean. There were some very cute dub exclusive moments. Of course, in Kiwami 2, he's just called Pochitaro because like that's what he was called in the original, and I'm sure there was writing for why that was cute. But I don't know. Pochitaro can be cute for the Japanese audience, but I think that Dog Spot is a good example of good writing that this series used to have. And, like, Rex was a little bit lazy, obviously. Like, I would have preferred they call him Mame because his name is Mame, and Izumi calls him Mame. Mommy? Whatever. But, I don't know. I think about Dog Spot a lot, and I wonder if any game going forward in the series is going to be able to capture the intimateness, or the intimacy, I guess, of getting a dog for an orphanage from a homeless community. And it was the dog from the first game. That was the dog from the first game that was following Haruka around and she fed it. That was the same dog. And then Yakuza 2, it's Dog Spot. Yakuza used to be really good. Bye, Mame. You make me think about better dogs. My dog gives me gifts because I'm nice to it. I don't want to do a bug catching competition, but I would like to say that I'm sure it's also true for Dragon Reversi. I've never played that. I'm never touching that. You were incentivized to win the competitions. Wonderful dad behavior, I think. Incentivizing winning a competition against your children. Not encouraging them to do better. Not trying to facilitate things so that one who has been having a rough time of it can get a small victory somewhere. You're supposed to win. You're supposed to try as hard as you fucking can and beat these kids. You remember in the original game when there's that little hide-and-seek diversion sub-story thing? And the kids say, please make sure you find Izumi last or we're never going to hear the end of it because she's such a sore loser. Kiwami 3 could never. And I mean that sincerely. Kiwami 3 could never do that. It's not possible. There's a sub-story that'll happen down here. And in order to get it, I'm going to need to load into a later chapter. So I'm going to do like a cool transition wipe thing. Oh, I think see. I never got this kick. Don't get this kick. This is a terrible upgrade. This is a terrible, genuinely like beginner trap. Don't get that kick. I don't know that I have much that I have to say about any of this. I think it's very funny that you have to upgrade this into having a hitbox because the move doesn't do much damage on its own. You need to upgrade it into having a hitbox. Yeah. And that move, I believe, does a baked-in amount of damage to enemies. So even if you have no attack upgrades like I have, that move does it. Well, here, I'll be able to show you. Look at this. Bung. Ooh. Why are they all... Yakuza? 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 Thank goodness they got rid of the white flash for stuff. So there you go. That's the amount of damage I do. Watch this. Look how much damage that did to him. I have no... Where are you guys coming from? What's happening? What's happening? Look how much damage that does. And then in the same vein, look at this. Look at that. This is how much damage I do on my own, by the way. Remember this. I think that the throws do a baked-in amount. Oh, shit. I fucking died. I'm Kiryu Kazuma and I'm dead. There's my monkey and my cat. Why is a monkey in this game? Yakuza is crazy, guys. Yakuza is so crazy. Anyway, here's my new least favorite sub-story in the entire series coming up. Because on the one hand, Kiryu's a bad dad because he doesn't know anything about anything. This made me angry the first time I played this game. Another day in Mexico. What is that on the paper ground? What on the ground? The paper on the ground. It's tough being a dad. College girls. Kiryu is 40 years old. I'd like to reiterate that. What do we have here? Oh, just some trash. Whoa! This is one sexy lady. That's not me yelling Kiryu to stop. I'm telling my cat to stop eating food. This is a magazine for adults. I can't let the kids see something so revealing. Alright, what should I do? Interesting set of options, game. How about throw it in the water? How about throw it in the garbage? How about anything that makes sense? No. Funny or no funny? I'll bring it back to my room. Yoink. There's like an infinite number of solutions to this problem that are not what happens in this sub-story. And Kiryu in Yakuza 3 would have been capable of thinking of a grand number of those solutions that are not what happens in this sub-story. Hey, Uncle Kaz. Hello there. Uncle Kaz, what you up to? Oh, not much. Then do you want to play soccer with us? You could be our striker. That sounds fun, but I can't right now. You're acting kind of weird, Uncle Kaz. Is everything okay? You're not hiding something from us, are you? So, consider yourself in this case, in this very stupid situation Kiryu has found himself in. How would you respond to this situation? Would you, A, yell at your children? 2, leave. 3, leave. 4, anything else besides yelling at your children? Let's see how Kiryu responds. So the first time I played this, I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to scream at my kids. I'm not going to scream at my kids to shut up. I'm busy right now seems downright reasonable. That is one of the most reasonable things you could say. I'm sorry, I can't play with you. I'm busy. Goodbye.
What?
Oh. No, obviously the answer was yell at your kids. That was the answer. They hid that had an exclamation point because obviously Kiryu's going to yell at his kids, naturally. Eep! Okay, then. You don't have to be so mean about it. I just lost my patience. I'm a real jerk, huh? I have thoughts. This game is so good. Maybe I should give it a look. Wow. When people say that RGG is turning their protagonists into generic shonen MCs, this is what we mean. Majima would have done this in Pirate Yakuza. It would have hid smut from Noah or whatever. Ichiban would absolutely do this if the sub-story called for it in Infinite Wealth. And I believe he would in 7, because he's not a character in 7. He's not interesting. Oh, it's funny, guys, because they're using the UI to tell the joke. Yeah, I better check and make sure. Wow. Bear. Secrets. Wow.
Hi.
Hello, Ayako. Don't look, I'm yelling at my kids. Huh? Wow. Wait a minute. The answer is not yell at your kids, Kiryu. So where would she never look, guys? What do you think? If she's going to clean the room... I'm not doing that because that's gross. And she'd obviously look under there, so on top of the light. I think that seems like a good idea. Now that's smart. Hello, Haruka. Also, she cleans my room, by the way. I am Kiryu Kazuma, 40 years old, does not clean my own room. I don't clean my own room. I own a Game Gear, and none of my children play it. I play it. I don't clean my own room. My name is Kazuma Kiryu, and I'm 40 years old. They couldn't even come up with an excuse. I would have understood if she was dusting and knocked into the light or something. Like, sure. They could not come up with an excuse for Haruka to find the thing if you choose the smart option. So it just falls anyway. Yakuza Kiwami 3. You should have told me. Why would I tell you that? Funny porn, funny porn, funny porn, funny porn, funny porn. The bunny, the bunny. Ooh, I love the bunny. It's the mound, guys. That's the mound from Midnight Motorist, FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's 6, the pizzeria simulator. This is the mound. This is what's under the mound. And obviously, it's a different color, but you can walk on top of it. So that means that it's the mound from FNAF. I've been watching a lot of FNAF lore videos recently. I'm not even, like, that interested in the series. I just think it's, like, funny sometimes to hear what people have to say about it. I watched a whole ass fucking video about how Midnight Motorist is actually about Jeremy Fitzgerald from FNAF 2. Because... Uh-oh, guys. Mommy. Mame, what are you doing? I'll get back to that in a second, guys. Kiryu, why would you bury that in the yard? You own a dog. Ah! Ah!
What?
Who asked you to go woof woof dig here? Did you think that would make me happy, you stupid mutt? Kicks dog. I'm so angry at you, dog. Kicks dog, stomps dog, kills dog, rips it apart, eats it. That's what Kiryu would do in this game. Anyway. Hello, Eri. Play a game with Mom. Hey, go play. Really? Anyway. So the theory for Midnight Motorist was that actually it's about Jeremy Fitzgerald because Junior on the bar is because Jeremy Fitzgerald Jr. is the kid that runs out of the house but it can't be a mound to that because again, if something was buried there, like a body, FNAF 2 then and the theory was that because the mound is overturned, the body that was buried there, right? Because it's like in the mini games. Also, it's called later that night. Though it's obviously the same rain graphic about reality, things like that in the past. The pub's killing. We're not talking about that. So obviously, it's William because dug up his body later that night. Obviously, it doesn't have to refer to that night. It's not a Springtrap. Even though the graphic obviously rain, it's the same rain graphic as the puppet killing. The overturned it doesn't have not a mouth, not a body. Even though it's literally the same rain graphic, and Scott has literally done things like that in the past. And that's why FNAF theories are so good. I hope you enjoyed my TED Talk. And I think I've talked about all I want to talk about regarding the Morning Glory Orphanage. I don't think that there's much else I have to say on the matter. So, it's only a couple videos left in my head. Obviously, one of them is like a big comprehensive Dark Ties thing, but that's only happening. It's pretty much assured, by the way. Me and Jay are going to play through Dark Ties, especially since my audio works now. So we're going to play through Dark Ties after we finish Mortal Kombat. And that'll be... There should only be like 3 to 5 more episodes left of that. So probably sometime around early to mid-August, we'll be able to Dark Ties. Or maybe later, because like obviously we need to record it first. But... sometime in August is when Dark Ties should start, hypothetically. And before that, there will probably be a video about Nishiki apologism or something from RGG. So we'll see how that goes when it goes. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.